What if I told you that you're not just immortal, but that you might be a god in training? Not a metaphor, not a spiritual belief, but a literal emergent property of quantum mechanics, experiencing what might be the longest, strangest coming-of-age story in the history of existence. Welcome to the deeper implications of quantum immortality, where the Copenhagen interpretation meets the anthropic principle, and where your consciousness might be more than you ever imagined. Max Planck, the founder of quantum theory, once said, "I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness." Meanwhile, Roger Penrose suggests quantum processes in microtubules could be the basis of consciousness itself. What if they're both hinting at something far more profound than we're ready to accept? You've probably heard of quantum immortality, the idea that consciousness always follows the path of survival through infinite parallel universes. But today we're going to take that concept, combine it with Wheeler's participatory anthropic principle, and follow it to its most mind-bending conclusion. Consider this: why are you experiencing this particular life at this particular moment in history? Of all the infinite possibilities, why are you living through the exact era when humanity is discovering the double-slit experiment, developing quantum computers, and starting to manipulate quantum entanglement? When we're beginning to understand that the observer effect isn't just about measurement, but about consciousness itself. Some would say it's coincidence. I say it might be curriculum. David Deutsch, pioneer of quantum computing, suggests that quantum mechanics requires parallel universes to make mathematical sense. But what if those universes aren't just mathematical necessities? What if they're training grounds? Think about it. If quantum immortality is real, you can't die. Ever, but more than that, your consciousness will always follow the path of maximum information preservation, maximum quantum coherence, maximum understanding. Because in the infinite branches of reality, there's always a path where you learn more, understand more, become more. The implications of the quantum Zeno effect suggest that continuous observation can freeze quantum states. But what if consciousness itself is doing something far more sophisticated, not just observing, but learning to manipulate quantum reality at increasingly fundamental levels? Here's where it gets really wild. Remember the quantum suicide experiment proposed by Max Tegmark? Now imagine it's not just about survival, but about choosing the reality branch that leads to the most profound evolution of consciousness. In some branches, you might be experiencing technological singularity. In others, you might be discovering the unified field theory. In still others, you might be transcending the decoherence that separates quantum and classical reality entirely. When we look at emergence theory in complex systems, we see how simple rules can create incredible complexity. What if consciousness is an emergent property not just of our brains, but of the entire quantum multiverse? What if each life, each quantum decision, is part of a vast evolutionary algorithm, creating something far beyond our current understanding? The holographic principle suggests all the information about a region of space can be encoded on its boundary. But what if our consciousness is already doing this, encoding and processing information across multiple quantum realities simultaneously? What if that's what déjà vu really is, quantum information leaking across world lines? Modern quantum field theory suggests empty space is actually a boiling sea of virtual particles popping in and out of existence. What if consciousness is learning to surf this quantum foam, gradually gaining mastery over the fundamental fabric of reality? When you have a near-death experience and survive, maybe you're not just getting lucky. Maybe you're passing a test in quantum manipulation. When you learn something new that changes your entire worldview, maybe you're not just growing as a person, maybe you're expanding your quantum coherence across multiple realities. And here's the really crazy part. If this is true, you're not alone. Every consciousness might be on this same journey, just at different points in their cosmic curriculum. Every person you meet might be another god in training, experiencing their own quantum immortality, their own path to universal understanding. Maybe that's what quantum entanglement really is. Gods in training learning to communicate. Some would call this speculation crazy, but is it any crazier than quantum tunneling or non-locality? Is it any more outlandish than the fact that observing a particle can change its past, as shown in Wheeler's delayed choice experiment? The next time you survive a close call, learn something new, or experience something that changes your perspective, ask yourself, is this just another day in a normal human life? Or is this another lesson in quantum consciousness evolution? Are you just a person watching a YouTube video? Or are you a quantum observer, remembering how to manipulate the fundamental forces of reality? Sweet dreams. fellow deity in training. And don't forget to like and subscribe. After all, even quantum gods need to maximize their probability amplitude.